Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got his man open downfield. That is a huge play. Finally brought down in the 46-yard line.
How about that? That's the way to start a game. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
First down and 10. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. He's escaping the pocket now. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Linebacker shifting around now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. A lot of time in the pocket, now fires over the middle. He pulls it in for a big gain. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. The Huskers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Kicking team out for the PAT try. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Nobody can bring him down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka, and Tyrone Wheatley, and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Lets it go on the move, launching deep into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's good. Here's the kickoff team now. Set to boot this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And looking for a big play here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. A tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The Cornhuskers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking to scramble. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. The pass is incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, and here comes a late flag.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like this.
This time it's complete. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Cornhuskers hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Breaking free at the 35. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
And the Wolverines look to keep this drive moving. And at first down, they go right back to him. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Seventh play of the drive coming up. Looking to pass this time. The pass rush closing in. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris, is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on third down and long. And they do a good job of taking away things downfield, but, man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards, and now he gives the offense a chance here on fourth down.
No problem. Knocks it right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
First and 10 play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense does a great job here of pressuring the quarterback, but I got to give the quarterback a lot of credit. Instead of taking a negative play, he shows you his athletic ability and fights out and gets all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Catch made at the 20 in the deep shot. Big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
The ball is picked off. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Anytime you see a defense sit back and cover two, the quarterback knows he's looking for short to intermediate throws. He's going to have to put something on. It's not just the guys that are covering deep. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of, so you drive that throw. Otherwise, you're going to see results like this, which are an interception.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? There's the handoff. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. The gain moves the ball to a 34.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up the first down here on this next play.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there. It's third down for the offense. And they pick up the first on the ground. The Wolverines looking to keep this.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back threw just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. And the Wolverines are going to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. To throw, it's Cook. And he's going to launch it deep again. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. They'll take a deep shot. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Pressure is coming. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
First down here for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
On the run, he'll let it go. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm surprised he dropped the ball here. This tight end is known for his hands. The ball's put on the money. Somehow it just goes through his arms.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And we're all tied up now. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. And it's good for a first down at the 36.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. And looking to throw now on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. Look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. He'll hand it off. He'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. guys up front line up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. He's got it for a big gain. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. Play action here on first down. Pass caught. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had, 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Kerback and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's going to take off. Just trying to get rid of it. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, drops back. Catch made on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. And he'll set up to throw. Look at the protection there. Lots of time. Delivers over the middle now.
Well, you can see what happens when you try to squeeze it into a tight window. An incompletion is probably the best result you're going to hope for, because an interception is the most likely outcome anytime you throw into double coverage.
Defense is coming after him. And this one is caught.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. And they get to completion. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. And the Huskers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Under heavy pressure, takes a shot as he throws the ball. Catch made wide open way downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they jump back in front. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He'll call for the fair catch here. Like the final play of the half coming up. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Huskers will kick it off when we begin the second half. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking downfield, it's Cook. Quick throw over the middle. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you can see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
The offense is clicking and the defense just searching for answers now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Looking to throw yet again. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course thinking touchdown. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Snags the quick throw. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Oh, and he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before he got to him. That'll bring up second down. Dropping back, it's Cook. Catch made by the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a third and long from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down. The Wolverines come to the line in a hurry up. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here, going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
He's looking to scramble. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Important second down play coming up. He hands it off from the gun. Football comes out. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to...
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Can he get there on the ground? They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain. The Cornhuskers come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. Catch made down inside the 25. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what you would call a three-down back. Running backs, they can run between the tackles, they can get outside, and they can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here, they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs that can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
Here's the second down play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Makes the grab, a chance to score. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. The Cornhuskers hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Here's the point after attempt.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. This one will be fair caught. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. To the air, it's Cook. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Touchdown, Wolverines. This passing game is on fire today. Now here comes the point after attempt. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Now they get set to kick it away. And he doesn't field it cleanly. The ball is loose. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with the secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes a quick catch and uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game between the offensive line, the receivers running.
And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Caught near the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Nebraska. Now the try here for the extra point. The extra point makes it a 10-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Going for a big play downfield. Aggressive call. First down, but incomplete.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide-open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
Makes a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. His drive is going now. The Wolverines hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
The quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Looking for a deep completion. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They finally bring him down, but he makes it inside the 15-yard line. First down in great scoring position. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that a chance. And how about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
And the Wolverines trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Offense facing second and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Michigan. This offense is still clicking. And we'll set up for the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner decides to fair catch this. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score, Nebraska 41, Michigan 38.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Catch made on the right side. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
The back's got it. Some hard running there through a tackle. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Third down play for this offense. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Finds an open target on the left side. Eventually taken down, but how about the spin move that earned him first down yardage?
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's moving out of the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back. Feeding the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Offense is back on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moving right down the field for a touchdown. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Oh, and it's picked off. He went up high to grab that football.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Bats got it on a counter.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Third down upcoming after that completion. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's complete. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a three-score game. Up 17 here in the fourth. Team has come on the field now to send this one away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. Looking right, this one caught. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
So one play moves the ball to the 41. Another first down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. Launching it downfield. It's caught downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, I kind of feel like a coach right now because I'm always wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective. When as an inside linebacker, all you're ever taught, all you hear about is don't let them cross your face. If they want to go to the outside, it's...
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points, and here we are in the fourth quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this pressure on this quarterback and this offense.
He grabs it inside the 20. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. The Wolverines come to the line to run the hurry-up. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team has to recover. Looks like the hands team did its job. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, about the only thing that went right for the offense there, Chris, is they kept the ball in bounds to try to keep that clock moving. The defense does their job. They're just trying to think of any way at all to get that ball out and get the ball back to their offense to have a shot here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Third down after that running play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's a toss to the left side. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. That is another delay of game penalty on this drive. Have you ever seen this? What is going on? So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Second down after that previous play. Back's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 46-yard attempt. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will extend that lead even further. Getting set to kick off after extending the lead to the field goal. The offense knows they have a long way to go and not much time to get there. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it. Wasn't alert enough, didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. First down here for this offense. It's victory formation. The quarterback will kneel down.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's